This is a kind of a special tour of all of my Mystery Science Theater 3000 collection. My name is Josh McLeod. I'm probably most famous, in quotation marks, for hosting a podcast called the Misty Cast, which is dedicated to Mystery Science Theater 3000. Got a little spit on the lens there. And I've been a fan of the show since probably about 2004 when my friend showed me my first episode, and I've been hooked, so it pretty much ruined my life, but okay, I'm going to show you all of the MST merchandise I have in the hopes that you will one day rob me. Here we go. So let me start out with the videos, and in order to do this I'm going to need a light source. I hope this doesn't cause glare, but obviously at the top we're going to start with all the old Rhino VHS tapes. I don't have every Rhino VHS. I was a hard convert to DVD, but eventually I converted. These are the episodes, Brain That Wouldn't Die. I got Brain That Wouldn't Die, Cave Dwellers, and The Amazing Colossal Man at Vintage Stock one day. Mitchell, I think I got that on eBay. Crawling Hand, I think was eBay. Beginning and the End was, I think, was eBay. I Accused My Parents was eBay. Pod People was the first Mystery Science episode I ever owned on VHS, and I got that at Half Price Books. Shorts Volume 2, I think that was at a Half Price Books. Where it was, but it was Half Price Books. Angel's Revenge, I think that was Amazon, and if I pull it out, it's actually, unlike the rest, which are, the complete case, this was clearly in a clamshell at some point, because this is all that I have, is this case. Actually, now that I think about it, I think it may have come in the clamshell, and I think I took it out and threw it away and just kept the cover. I'll get that back on there. There we go. EGA is next to it. That was the first episode my friend showed me, and it was on a VHS. I got that on eBay around the same time I got Mitchell. Atomic Brain, I got that on eBay. Side Hackers, I think that I got that on eBay, but I got that a little bit later. A second copy of The Amazing Colossal Man, because I knew. Now, oddly enough, when I first got The Amazing Colossal Man, I didn't realize that it was out of print and that it wasn't available commercially anywhere else. So I thought for a long time that it was just a bootleg VHS, but I later learned no, it was released for a short period of time and then recalled. So once I knew that, I found this copy of The Amazing Colossal Man at another vintage stock with wanting to give it to my friend, but I never got around to giving it to him. So I don't know, I guess if you're my friend and you're out there and you want a copy of The Amazing Colossal Man, just let me know. Maybe I can send it to you. The Mystery Science Theater, the movie, I got that at Vintage Stock. Red Zone Cuba, I got that at Barnes & Noble, not Barnes & Noble, Half Price Books. Unearthly, I got that at with Atomic Brain and I Accused My Parents on eBay at the same time. Shorts, I don't honestly remember. I think that was eBay. And Bloodlust was definitely eBay. And then after we left the Rhino era, we go down to... Actually, before we go to the DVD, we have something that Best Brains actually put out themselves, which is the Tom Servo's Favorite Host Segments compilation. And this is kind of a rare one. As you can see, it's 5 tapes. And let me pull one of those tapes out so you can see it. It's... Oh, that's the back side. All of the tapes kind of just basically have the same front cover. Tom Servo's all-time favorite host segments. Back's nothing special either. But the cool thing, in my opinion, is how when you line them up, you got all those this nifty picture of Mike and Crow and Servo and Gypsy together. Obviously, it's not quite perfect because it's in this case that I have down here, but again, it gets the job done. And let's go on to the DVDs. So I have pretty much every Mystery Science Theater DVD release, official or otherwise. I don't have, I'm not someone that's going to get the re-releases of the singles just because there's no reason to get the re-releases, but for the record, I have every Shout set that was released. So I have there's the first one, the tin, and I put the mini posters inside that tin, and all the other stuff in the side. And so there's, just go left to right. You'll have to take my word for it if you're not a big Misty, but there's all the episodes that Shout has put out. They've put out about, I think, I don't know the exact number, but they put out a lot. And then before Shout, Rhino had the rights, and so down here I have all the Rhino sets. Actually, I have sets 3 through 10, and I gave one Shout re-released volumes. Let me pull those out. 1 and 2. I gave those sets to the original Rhino sets, which I had. I gave them to my friend Toby, who's also my co-host on the Misty Cast. And here's all the Rhino individual releases. 9 of the 10. I don't have the Manos one because I have the Essentials, which is actually the first Mystery Science DVD I ever owned. I have the Giant Gila Monster re-release DVD. I have the Triple Decker from Best Brains Play MST for Me DVD. And I have the Shout Factory 2-disc re-release of Manos. They probably could have done a little bit better with this re-release. They kind of, they did their best, but they kind of sort of dropped the ball in a few aspects. We really didn't need to get the Hotel Torgo documentary. That really wasn't a very good documentary, but so that's all of the DVDs I own, Mystery Science-wise. I own other non-MST stuff. I never actually saw Mystery Science Theater when it was on the air. I've never seen an episode with a commercial. I have no desire to see an episode with a commercial. Again, it's just me. And I think most people would choose it that way, and admittedly, I think that there was a time when that wasn't possible. So, admittedly, I'm very grateful that I never had to deal with that. Okay, so let's move on to the book, the Mystery Science Theater 3000 Amazing Colossal Episode Guide, named after the episode of the Amazing Colossal Man episode, and here it is. I'm kind of nervous about opening it because I'm afraid it's going to fall apart, but it's got all the information about the first 6 seasons of the show, a little bit about the movie. This is the box for the special where Gypsy came in, and the servo one's over there, but I'm not going to pull that out. It seems kind of superfluous at this point. So now what I'm going to show off is probably kind of the highlight of my collection, which are the MST posters I own. Some of these are reproduction posters, some of them are not, but the first one I own is, if I can back up far enough, is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, which is the first episode I ever owned on DVD. Here we go. Interesting poster, and if you were a kid in the 60s, I don't know why you wouldn't want to see that kind of movie. So let's see what else. We have a This Island Earth poster. I hope I can turn this on its side in editing, but oh well if I can't. The This Island Earth reproduction poster. Scooting to my right, I have a Godzilla vs. Megalon reproduction poster. I'd really love to get the release, the American release. I think it was done by AIP, where it shows Godzilla and Megalon on top of, I think, the Twin Towers fighting each other. A Jet Jaguar in the background. Okay, the first poster Mystery Science Theater related I ever owned was Time Chasers or Tangents poster. And times are changing, tangents, and if you look that over there, you can see, maybe I can zoom in, there's an autograph from the director David Giancola. Time Chasers 2, maybe. And that was the first one, and then it kind of snowballed from there. This is a poster my dad had, man's favorite sport. I inherited that, not Mystery Science related, so, but thanks, Dad. So let's see, what do we got from here? We have in here the one of my favorite posters, the Warrior of the Lost World poster. The video poster, Thornium, it took me a while to find that one. So I got that, and then if we scooch to our right, over here we have the Agent for Harm poster. I got that at a convention for I think $5, so I made it out good there. Let's see, we come down this way. We have the Soul Taker poster. I'm going to turn off the light. You'll be able to see that a little bit better. I don't know if this actually, because I don't think it ever had a theater release. I'm guessing it would have been a video release. Zoom in a little bit. There's Joe Estevez. I actually didn't know there was a Soul Taker poster. I just found it on eBay, and I'm like, I gotta have that. So there's the Soul Taker poster. Over here we have the Catalina Caper poster. I got that around the same time I got the Agent for Harm poster. Again, only about $5. Can't complain there. This is the Quest of the Delta Knights video poster that was used to sell the film in video stores. I don't know if anyone bought it. And if you flip it around on the back side, it has the poster for Future Shock, which is the movie that stars the actress who played Natalie in Soul Taker. And up here we have, I hope I can see this, this is the poster for Robot Holocaust, the video poster I should say. And if you read that little thing right there, it says an original video adventure, but you can't read it because it's too blurry. But take my word for it, the Robot Holocaust poster. And then we move over to our right, and if it's not too blurry, we can see the City Limits poster, which I got that for a pretty good deal. I don't think I'd seen the episode at that point. Again, a lot of these are video posters now that I think about it. I don't have a lot of theater released posters, but I do have some, as we'll see. There's a couple that I really wish I could find. I really like the King Dinosaur one and the Lost Continent one, but haven't had any luck finding them. This is the It Lives by Night poster, and this was a re-release title. It was originally called The Bat People, but I like this poster a lot more. I think this one's a lot cooler and creepier. It's got the hand there, and kind of zooms in. It looks really creepy. It kind of looks like a bat fangs if you look at the top, and you can see, if you get the poster, you get to see kind of her face. It's a little bit like a screamy face. So there's that. This is the Skydivers poster, Crown International poster. Again, I got that at the same time I got the Catalina Caper and the Agent for Harm poster. $5, can't complain. This poster, again, I had another poster I didn't know actually existed. This is the Devilfish poster, because I didn't realize that it was actually ever released on video in America under the title Devilfish. Obviously the version on Mystery Science was called The Devilfish, or just Devilfish I should say, but I thought that was just a TV ad. I never realized that it was ever on video under the name Devilfish. Again, it kind of looks like a Goosebumps book. I don't know if you guys remember the Goosebumps books. They would have sort of like the kind of the creepy image, and then in the little corner, if you can, I don't know if you can read that, but there'd be the little thing that's kind of says like, there it says wave goodbye. You know, get it, because it's waves, it's water, and I think there actually may have been, now that I think about it, a Goosebumps book with that one that involved a shark or something, but I don't know. Above that, I have the Screaming Skull. That's a lobby card, an original lobby card, where John Hudson, scene where John Hudson is hiding the skull underneath the water. Not a poster, but still pretty cool. AIP was always really good with their posters. And next to that we have my favorite poster of any Mystery Science movie, of any collection. Can you take a guess what it is? Da 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 da! So my favorite video poster for any Mystery Science Theater movie is the Bloodwaters of Dr. Z. Now this was the re-release poster, because originally the film was called Zat, and even though Zat is probably the better title, this poster I always thought looked really creepy and really cool. You have, you know, the monster with kind of these weird little curly hairs, and he's got the claw, like basically implying like that he's stalking in the water. I always thought these posters looked really cool, and that's kind of the thing about a lot of these movies, is a lot of times the poster, more often than not, was better than the actual movie. So Bloodwaters of Dr. Z is probably the critical example of that, in my opinion, although you could definitely argue the Lives by Night poster is way better than that movie. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, that poster is better than that movie, but anyway, so now we're going to go into the bedroom, and in here we have a little thing we're going to show. First we'll show you the little, we got the Crow, Gypsy, and Tom Servo figure from the DVD sets that were released by Shout Factory, and next to that I actually have this MST3K sticker that I got. It's supposed to be a bumper sticker. I never stuck it to anything. I've had it for well over, maybe even like 9 years, I think. I've had it for a while. I've never stuck it to anything, so I guess I really haven't had the need. So now we're going to watch a little bit of TV. I'm going to put it in the corner so that we don't get copyright or whatever the hell you want to call it. Gravity Falls is on. So in the corner you'll notice, that's my decal. I got that through Best Brains. I hope we can make that out, but that's Servo, Mike, and Crow, and they're you know, in the pose you always saw with a lot of the Mystery Science stuffs. They're looking up, watching TV. So anytime I get to watch TV, I get to see, you know, Mike, Servo, and Crow riffing away at, you know, whatever it is I'm watching on TV. But then again, I don't really watch a whole lot of TV now. I mostly just watch kind of the cartoons on, you know, Cartoon Network or Gravity Falls. I watch that. I like that show. I don't watch CBS. I don't really watch ABC, NBC. I couldn't tell you any of the shows that are on any of those networks. It's just not my thing. So that's pretty much all the physical media I own. If I think of something else, I'll probably edit it in later, but I don't think I will. So this is my computer. It is a computer that exists. And anyway, here you can see. Let me get rid of so what I have right there is my iTunes, and this is actually the Clown in the Sky, Volume 1 and 2. That you get through iTunes, and I'll just do a little zoom in there so you can read some of those titles. One thing about HD, you can read a lot of these titles. I never had the physical CD. I always wanted it. I did manage to get the audio somewhere online. I can't remember where, but I had those, and then I burned those to a CD. But there they are. I guess they're in the as high a high quality, whatever the hell you want to call it, as you're ever going to get. And when I minimize that, you'll see my background, and I will scoot back so you can see that it is the cover of the next Mystery Science Theater DVD set, Mystery Science Theater Volume 37, which, you know, has any other television show had that many volumes released? I can't think of any. I know that there's been stuff like, you know, Friends, where they just re-release the same thing over and over again, but that's 37 unique box sets, not counting the, you know, the individual stuffs that Shout and Rhino did, or the, you know, the replacement disc or anything like that. That's something. If you can think of one, please let me know, because I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But this is the computer where we use Skype and we talk about Mystery Science Theater every so often, and then people get on the internet and complain about us not being fans or whatever the hell people say. I don't know. You know, we've actually, funny and ironically enough, in thinking about it, we've actually spoken with, I believe, 7 alumni, maybe even 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe only 6. Yeah, well, we've spoken with a number of, you know, Mystery Science Theater film alumnus, but, you know, I've never spoken with or had any communication with anybody that actually worked on Mystery Science Theater 3000, the actual show. I've spoken with, you know, I got to interview Jordan Fields, who works on the Shout Factory sets, which was really fun. And you know, I've gotten to interview a lot of people that I probably had no business interviewing. And what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got another big interview coming up. It's going to be one I'm doing myself. I'm not going to tell you who the person I'm interviewing is. All I will say this is it's a person that was not in any Mystery Science Theater movies. It was a person that was not didn't direct any movies, didn't act in any movies, but it's a person who is very important to the show's history, especially now. A bunch of episodes I don't think would really exist without this person, but whoever they are, never actually worked on Mystery Science, but they're pretty important. So look forward to that interview. Once I've interviewed the person, then I will spill the beans as to who they are. But till then, this is Josh McLeod of the MistyCast saying thanks for listening or watching or viewing. Sorry about the video quality. Again, this isn't something that's being done for any kind of project. This is just something I'm doing to kind of kill some time. Basic, what do we call that? A stall tactic while we wait for the next Mystery Science episode to come out, but or the next MistyCast to come out. So, but another good thing I'd like to do with this is I would like to challenge my fellow MistyCasters to show me their collections in video form, as well as Paul. I've challenged Projected Paul to show off his autograph collection of Mystery Science Theater alumnus. Till next time, this is Josh McLeod saying, remember, it's hard to see the end when you're beginning.